Well, good evening. Greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton. I want to thank you all for joining us here today, Sunday, roughly just a little bit after 6 o'clock. And welcome to Lions Talk Live. Hopefully you all like the new intro video. If you do, leave a comment about it in the comment section below. Joining us today on the show, the special edition, is the Saj himself, Tony Libretto. Tony, what do you know about a kid by the name of Jake Bates, who apparently he might just be a mule?
He apparently he just keeps on kicking field goals from the stadium next door, right? So I don't know. This kid came out of nowhere. He's I know the Michigan Panthers love him,
right? You know, Bates, to those who don't know, he kicked 5 field goals today. Another 60-some yarder. He hit another one game winner to push their record, the Michigan Panthers records, to 4-2 overall. And I tell you what, Sarge, just because I'm keep messing with new stuff, trying to toy around, learning new things about all this stuff, let's go ahead and see if we can pull up the actual video here and take a peek at Jake the Hitman Bates.
Let's see it.
Let's see if I can run that back one more time. But you can see the Panthers storming the field. Yes, we got the video. And Jake Bates, again, this is the game winner. He does kick another one earlier today from 60 yards, one of his 5 overall field goals. And you've seen this time and time with this kid throughout the season. Just massive leg. Hard to believe. This kid hasn't been, didn't kick field goals in college. Some have speculated whether or not he did it in high school. I know he was a kickoff specialist in college. And you know what? The more incredible thing is he's had his opportunities to win an NFL spot, as the Texans had him last year and then cut him. What do you make of this guy?
I mean, for me, he's kind of come out of nowhere. I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know he kicked. I didn't know he played college football, or I never knew about him until all this hype with the Michigan Panthers this year. So, I mean, he's in the moment, right? Like I feel like someone's going to give him a shot. So, so I'm torn. So part of me is like, no one's given him a shot yet, other than, obviously Houston last year, but no one for our knowledge, or my knowledge anyway, no one's knocking on his door right now, picking this kid up. But on the other side, I'm like, why isn't anyone at least giving this kid a shot? Right. So let's see what he's got. I mean, it would suck, like I see in the comments, don't let him get out of Detroit right now, right? So I don't know what to think of it. Like, I don't know why all of a sudden he's like this phenom, right? Like it's just, I just don't understand where this all comes from. And he's playing, I get the league that he's in isn't the NFL, but he's doing everything that an NFL team would want him to do. He's making clutch kicks at the end of the game to win games.
Right.
He's making the deep kicks. And again, I haven't watched a lot. I don't know how many he's missed in this season. Has he missed any? Do you I don't know the stats.
I think he's missed 3 all season, and it came like a week or two ago. Outdoor rainy conditions. One of them was over 60. I think there were 2 other misses that were like 45 or whatever. But again, given the outdoor conditions and rain and everything. But outside that, I mean, his first made kick was from 64 yards, and I think they measured it would have been good from 69 yards. So it went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I get he got some flack because people were saying, well, he didn't do it in the NFL. Doesn't matter. It's the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And this kid has just murdered kicks over and over from 60, 64, 65, 63, let alone just a mere 55, 58 yarders.
Right.
And he's doing it all at Ford Field. I get your point. It's not the NFL. But Sarge, does that matter a ton for a kicker or a punter?
I mean, that's the field that, if Detroit picked him up, that's the same field, same conditions that he would be doing in the NFL. So I just like, I guess I don't know why no one's giving him that chance yet. Like you said, Houston did last year. Did he not show up? But didn't Houston have, isn't Fairbairn on Houston? I mean, isn't it Kaimi Fairbairn is the kicker for Houston? I mean, he's been around the league. He's a good veteran, so they probably cut him because they can't, because they have a seasoned veteran good kicker in the NFL. So maybe he was cut, but I don't know why. There's some teams out there that have really struggled with kicking, and Detroit's one of them. I mean, Badgley's fine for because we don't ask him to kick past 45 yards. We what for? We're just going to go for it, which I love. I'm never going to ever doubt or second guess Campbell on that. But it feels like there's just something weird that, like, why isn't he getting this shot? But maybe he has to now. I'm sure his agent is getting phone calls on the teams right now.
Yeah, I want to say with the UFL that there's an agreement between the NFL and the UFL. I keep wanting to say USFL that nobody can be signed. I want to say it's until May 18th. Don't hold me to that. It's a rough guess on the date, but it's later this month. And I think part of that verbiage even says you can't talk to their agents, although I think we all probably know you're probably talking to somebody. My anticipation is, Sarge, that at some point, probably 2/3 of the NFL is going to try to sign this kid. I get maybe not Baltimore, maybe not Dallas. Right. Outside of that, though, man, I don't know. I think he's open for business from everybody's calls, and it just makes me wonder, what's this kid worth as a kicker? Because right now, he couldn't be any hotter if he tried.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He's the reason people are paying attention to the U.S. or the whatever league it is, UFL. Sorry, I know they combined. He's the only reason anyone's talking about the league right now, right? As far as I know, like I like football, but I haven't really been paying much attention to what's going on. But maybe that's because I'm a huge Tigers fan too, so I'm all about baseball right now.
Right.
But, I'm still a Detroit guy right here, right? So
there you go.
I'm excited for the kid. I mean, I hope he sticks somewhere. Like I would love to see him go to Detroit to compete in the preseason.
Yep.
And see what he has, over a longevity, right? But I hope the kid goes somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta imagine he'll get his opportunity. So, I know anybody watching this show right now, I think we all get it. Hey, MCDC, he's a gambling man, whatever you want to say. He's going to go for it on a lot of fourth downs, especially if the closer you get to the 50. That's also about where Jake Bates feels very comfortable hitting kicks from. Mm-hmm. Do you think the Lions make a push for him because his just incredible leg strength and accuracy? Or do you feel like they're going to say, nah, we don't really need this kid because chances are if we get near that 50, it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, maybe 4th and 3. We're going for it.
Yeah, in the world that I want to be in, they give him a shot, right?
Right.
But I just don't know if Holmes, especially, he seems to make a lot of great decisions, and I just don't think kicker is ever really high on his list. The last 3 years that he's been in charge, they traded for Patterson Patterson. Yeah.
Jake Patterson.
So we let him go. He had a great year. We bring him back, and then he was terrible, and we cut him. So, I just don't think he cares much about kickers, to be honest. I don't know if that's the PC thing to say, but I just don't think they love special teams, but the kicker part of the special teams, I don't think they're really I don't think they're passionate about that. I don't think they care as much. We have a great punter. We have great special teams as far as coverage and the reverse side of that. Our return teams are great. I mean, they are. They're not bad. I mean, if you can average 10 or 12 yards on a punt return, that's pretty good.
Right.
So I just don't think they care enough. I don't know if that sounds
No, I get what you're saying. Totally, man. Totally get.
I'm not trying to sound like the doom and gloom kind of guy, but I just don't think they see it that way.
Right. All right, guys, we won't make this a long one. It's Sunday night, but I want to get out there. Hey, if you didn't catch the show from the start, if you want to at least, Go back, rewatch it. Let me know of the new intro. Trying to work on some stuff for you guys. Like today's morning show, did some stuff with camera 2 to show you guys the dry erase board, take through some stuff in regards to being a pro scout, stuff like that. Also, don't forget Jeff Risden from Lions Wire is coming onto the show tomorrow morning. He's going to come on air close to 7:45 a.m. If you want to jump on, we'll do the normal Dew Crew stuff in the morning show, covering all that. But Jeff Risden, most of you guys know him. If you've been any kind of Lions fan, he's been on the Huge Show. He's been on 20 other different platforms. So real honor to have him on. Stop on in and check it out. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so, making that push to get to 6,700 subs. If you would be so kind, considering hit that like button, helps the channel out a lot. All right, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and see you on the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, everybody.